Well, it's a congratulations to Auckland City Mission. In this respect, we've got the new MGZS HEV, or the HEV we call it. So here's your 1, 2 and third car over here, all ready to go. I'm going to take you through a few aspects of the car, give you a bit of an idea of just what you're receiving and how to operate one in the best way possible. It comes with a 10-year warranty and a 10-year roadside assist, so that's quite amazing in itself. MG was originally came from the UK in 1924 and now has evolved into what we see here today. There's a range of different cars that are in the showroom, but in particular we're more concerned about what this car is all about for you. So it's going to come with 2 keys. And the 2 keys, obviously, they unlock and lock the car. So by locking the car, you'll see the orange lights go on, and by unlocking the car, the headlights will come on. Okay. Now, from looking at the side of the car, you'll see it's actually in a small SUV. It's a great little car. It's got multiple cameras all the way around it. This is for our 360-degree view, which I'll show you in a minute. This is around safety, and of course, from the rear. It also has plenty of brake lights, and also just down here another rear vision camera, which you'll see here too. It's got a wiper on the back. Now once I've unlocked this car, I can go into the boot just by opening the back here, and I'm going to show you this. There's a little rubber button underneath there. You can see it. That's the one you press. Now once this is open, a couple of things you should note. Okay, so plenty of room in here. And of course there's a cover, so if you've got any valuables at all, that will cover over what's sitting down here. This floor has 2 different levels, so if I pull this down and I drop it down into there, I can actually drop it down underneath the floor, and there we go. We've now got a deeper cavity to stick even more stuff in. You've got 2 little spring-loaded areas here, so you can hold things like bottles. And then just underneath the floor pan, there's a little bit of space. The red piece is actually a triangle for if you happen to be caught out on a country road somewhere. You put that out behind you. This is what we call an inflation kit. So this comes with the car. They don't give us spare wheels anymore. They give us inflation kits. Okay, using this piece and this piece together basically inflates the car. Then again, the other option is to call the roadside assist number if you need to. So all we do now is just cover that over, slide that away, and then everything's tucked away. Right, now I grab this lever up here just to pull it down. Push it down and she's all quite snug. Alright, so we'll go from here to the other side of the car. We'll have a look in the back seats. Back seats, plenty of room. There's also a little charging USB charger in there. You have vented as well. And if you want to pull the seats forward, all you do is hit the little lever here and then fold them down. So it's a 30/70 configuration. If I get the other side, that'll be the other side of the seat, so 1 single on this side and then the other. Okay, plenty of room in the back. Whilst I'm here, I can actually lock as long as I've got the keys on me, yeah, I can lock the car or unlock the car. Alright, and you'll see the mirrors fold in when I lock it. That's a little toot noise. And now it's locked. As long as I got the key on me, hit that again, it'll unlock. Okay. Let me take you around to the petrol area. Now, all we're doing is pushing that button, and then we're going to be using 95 unleaded, okay? 95 unleaded. That's the fuel you'll be using in this car. Again, from the other side, plenty of space as you can see. From the passenger side, lots of room in here as well. And of course, to get the seats back, you can alter this back and forth, and then you can move the seat down here just by pulling this lever. Inside the glove box, You'll find the service book for the service records. Nice little comfortable space up here. You can stick a 1 litre bottle in the door if you need to. Plenty of room, plenty of room. Okay, we'll zip on around to the front and we'll jump inside the car. Now the first things we'll see on the driver's side is we've got all of the controls here for all of the windows, locking and unlocking the doors, and then of course down to here we've got our lever to lift ourselves up or go lower. We've also got the front and back piece down here, and then of course by using this lever here we'll just alter the height in which you sit. Whilst we're here, you'll see underneath here is for the bonnet, getting underneath there. Now remembering this is a ZS HEV, so this is a dual motor car. It's got a battery in it and it's charged through the battery operating. We've got our lights here, and then these are our mirrors, and these are our dipping for the lights for head-on into traffic. Right, let's sit inside here. Right, wow, it's quite a nice look all the way around. Now whilst I'm in here and nothing's on, it's nice and quiet, but as soon as I hit the stop button, which is located just down here next to the gear stick, once I push that, and I can push that right now, and it stays in orange. Now what it's going to do, it's going to give me all the information on my infotainment system, right, and nothing on the dash. Now whilst it's got nothing on the dash, it's a good thing. That means that the car is ready for operation, and all I do is hit that again and it goes to green, and now the dash lights up. Now again, unless I put my foot on the brake, the car won't start. It's just sitting here idle with all the information ahead of us. Now for me to operate this car, I have to first close the door, and I should be putting on my seat belt. So that's what I'll do now, because lots of these instruments won't work until the seat belt's on. It knows the driver's in place, and then we're ready to go. Okay, in this particular case, because I'm the driver, I'm now sitting in the seat. If I took my bottom outside off the seat, the car wouldn't move without me unless I was sitting here. Okay, so a number of things. I'm going to turn down the volume. We've got volume control here. We've got a house shape here. We've got our hazard lights here, which is standard in every car. We've got our defroster for the front and the rear, and then we've got our fan control. And as I hit those, you'll see in the nice little orange display here that the fan control is up or down or off. And then as I say, I can just jump into here and I can make changes just by altering that. I can swipe the fan and how fast the fan's going. I can redirect the air inside the car, and I can change the temperature. Nice and easy. Or I can turn it off, or I can run it on auto. It's all right in front of you on this panel. There are other ways to get to it, but this is the easiest way. It's here for a reason. These are the nice and simple ways to get to. We're all used to them. Now if I go to the one here with the house on it, this brings us back to our home page, right? So that's the home page. That's what you'll see. You'll see your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You'll see your climate control. You'll see your radio and your navigation. Now all MGs have a navigation inside them, but when you're using your Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, generally it's the way to go, because of course everything that's in your phone will be transferred into the car, and that will come up there and knows all of your habits. If you don't, you can actually just go into here and go into navigation, and then you can set it so you can set yourself up. So you can put in an address, and the home address might be the work address, if that makes sense. Okay, right, so we're here now. If I wanted to swipe through, and I will swipe through now, that'll take me to everything else in the car. This is what we call at a glance viewing. This is where you'll find things like climate control, radio controls, music controls, and again, getting back to the home page, which is I want to do, I can tap it here, or I can tap it up on the right hand side. top right hand side. USB video, 360 degree camera, and I'll turn that on now. So all of a sudden I've got 360 degree on this car. If I wanted to have a look on, say, my left hand side shows your other car. My right hand side shows you the other car that you guys have as well. So I can have a look at the back of the car before I leave. I can look at the front of the car. You know, sometimes people leave things lying around. Now what happens is that with this car, because it's got 360 degree cameras in it, it's also monitoring its surroundings. So it'll pick up a pedestrian, it'll also pick up a cyclist, it'll pick up an electric bike or a scooter. It'll pick those up, and it'll shut down everything that's on the screen and bring up the camera, and it'll face it in the direction in which that threat might be. And again, you know, it's there for a reason, and the reason is that you've got full visibility of what's going on around you, as opposed to not knowing what's going on around you. Okay, so we'll go back to home again, and we hit the home button up there, or we could hit it down here. Vehicle, right, so the vehicle is a really interesting part, because this is where all the phone calls come for us, and it's in relation to some of the safety features. So MG Pilot is what we're talking about today. MG Pilot basically manages the car to keep out of trouble, and the driver to be aware of its surroundings. So a few things here. You've got intelligent speed alert, okay, and it's currently set at 60. What it does is it sees a street sign too, and let's say for instance it says 50 and you're coming up to it doing 80 and you're unaware of that sign, what it'll do is it'll pick it up and it will slow the car down to that speed limit. So it knows, and it'll recognize the speed limit and let you know that you need to slow down if you're going too fast. Right, overspeed audible warning, so this will also make noise when that's happening, and then of course there's a speed limiter if you want to put that into it as well. So front collision assist is currently on, and then what that does is it'll be looking for things like braking, so it'll alert you when there's braking. And then of course this is the one that catches everybody out. It's called sensitivity, and this is an alert sensitivity. You can have it at low, medium or high, and you can see just here with the diagram, if you've got it on high, what it will do is it'll pick up stuff and you'll be feeling like it's stop start, but you can change the sensitivity, and we'll put it at medium for now, but please know about that, because you will need to change that if you don't like the sensitivity in that particular one. Lane departure assist. Again, this is another one where some drivers will go, they're not used to lane assist, and where the car will pull you back into the middle of the lane. In this particular case, you just change that sensitivity inside there, and again, there's a lot of other features too. There's blind spot detection, which is really related to the camera. Lane change assists, cross, so you can turn these features on or off, but if you've never driven a car like this before, some of these features here will probably alarm you for the first time round, and then you'll realize they're actually there for your own safety. Okay, auto hold, and you can put your auto hold on. I've just placed that on now, which means basically, well, when the car's running, that will change. When I hit the brakes and I'm sitting in, say on Queen Street facing down the hill, it will hold the car in place. Things like convenience start buttons, well, this is all the buttons that are on here, which I'll talk you through in a second. Status of the car, so it doesn't need a service right now, but it will need a service in the future. So all of this is preset at 14,982 kilometers. It's going to suggest that you and for us to make contact with you to book the car in. So your first service is the 15,000 k's or 12 months, whichever comes first. Right, we'll get out of here and we go back to this piece. Settings. So settings are things like clocks, background switches, your GPS times, all of this information. You can make those changes in there. And the only reason you'd be in here in the first place would be when daylight saving comes back. Right, phone, this is how you set up your phone. So basically you hit phone and then you hit Bluetooth, and then you go looking for MG. Once you found MG, it sets you up, and then you can basically pair with the phone, and you're all good to go. And then it'll come through automatically through here with your Bluetooth. Okay, user manual. If you don't know or don't have any idea on a couple of things, and it's not the right time to make a phone call, all you got to do is hit the QR code, and it should be able to answer 99% of all of your questions. And then blind spot, so this here, or Bind My Car. So this is an app that you can load onto your phone if you want to. MG iSmart, and effectively you bind your vehicle by going in through the QR code. Once you've registered your information, then effectively what you can do is you can just check on stuff whilst you're in your office. You can, I think you can even start the car from the office, or turn the heater on and warm up the car before you get there. Then of course you've got navigation. Well, navigation is, as I say, you're probably better off using the ones that you have, like Google Maps and Waze and all those other ones that you have already in your phone, as opposed to the one on here. This will take a little while to catch up and learn all of the new addresses, because it's all new. We do that during the service anyway, but as I say, it's probably a little bit more intuitive that you use your current phone. Right, the car's in park now, and of course I've done nothing to start the car, so I'm now putting my foot on the brake, and now I'm starting the car. So the first thing that comes up is everything, and the car is saying I'm ready. So just down there on the right hand side, I'm ready to go, and the car's sitting in normal. P for park, lights are on. It's 2:55 in the afternoon, and I've got a regeneration of 2, and I've done 18 kilometers in this car, and just outside is a 50k area. So that's a lot of information. On the right hand side is my temperature, RPMs, and then of course on my left hand side is my fuel level, and then the car's currently in park. Now it's got a little EV logo down the bottom there. Now what will happen is the car won't make any noise, anything under 30 kilometers, unless you really want to put your foot down and get out of somewhere fast, and that's when the petrol engine will jump in. Because of course this is a HEV or a HEV, this car operates in petrol and EV. Okay, so when it's under 30 kilometers and you're just moving around the city, it may not even turn the petrol engine on, but it will when it requires it, and it probably will during summer, because you'll have the air conditioning on and it'll need that little extra boost. Okay, so altering the steering wheel is just down here, and I will just zoom in on that. So that's a little lever. Now this goes up and down, doesn't go in and out, it's up and down. So that's how that operates. And of course the steering wheel itself, European in design. You've got your indicators on the left hand side and all your lights, and on the right hand side over here you've got your wipers and your front and rear wipers, and your speed sensor for that, or speed sensor for the wipers. So it'll automatically pick it up when it starts raining. It'll be on automatic, and I'll just put that into automatic now, and of course it'll turn on. Right, well, it's the steering wheel piece now. It's the last piece of the puzzle. On the right hand side here, what we will find is, I'm going to turn the music up from this side here. Now we'll go over to the right hand side here, and I can turn the volume down from this side. I can change the channel I'm on, just going back and forth. Right, and then there's a few other things here. If I want to make a phone call, all I do is press this, and as long as my Bluetooth's up and my book's been loaded, my address book, I can make a phone call. So if I press this button again, that goes off. Okay, so it's like pushing anything. Now if I want to mute the sound, make a phone call, all I do is push this button. Now if I wanted to make a change inside my dashboard and find out a little bit more information on what the car's up to. All I'm doing now is pushing this little square button here. So this one here gives me information on the car, and then once I hit the logo I like, all I do is toggle left and right. Now it's telling me right now we've got pressure on all the tires. We're telling me that it's giving us the time, and then it's telling us the brightness level and the threshold of the car. Now this is a display here of distance between a car in front of you that you might be traveling behind, and the way that operates is that through this one here, this is your cruise control button. So you find a select speed that you really like, hit cruise control, and then the distance between you and the car in front signified here. So if you just go up or down or across, in this particular case, minus on to the left, more space on the right. Those lines, it will create lines here between you and the car in front. It'll only operate when the car's running, and it's not running and I'm not moving, so it won't come up at all. Now once we're in cruise control, you push this and then those logos will all go green, and then to increase your speed you go up, to decrease your speed you go down. All right, now that sort of covers everything there. There will be a bit of a trial and error process, and you will figure this out. It's relatively simple. For your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, you'll see just down the bottom here there are USB, and this is the USB and USB-C. USB-C is for charging, and USB-C is for charging, and the other USB is for data swapping. So that would be for your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Now last one is your modes. This is your modes button. By pushing the modes button inside here, every time I push that mode button, let's go right here, see where it says Eco, Normal and Sport. So Sport, Eco and Normal. Normal's for normal driving, Eco is for long distance if you want to just save some fuel, and then of course Sport is for going slightly quicker if you need to. It'll change just the performance of the car just slightly, but it's here for a reason. A couple of things to note: there isn't any charging port inside there like some do have. And then inside here your cup holder. Other than that, you've got your lights up the top here for interior lighting, and then you've got your mirror, and then your visors, and inside the visors are right here, so you've got that under control. All right, my name's Darren, I'm your fleet manager. Thanks again for buying the MGs. We look forward to working with you again. All right, thanks very much. Cheers.